to graph a trig function, here are all our transformations in one step. That is, notice your amplitude is A, your period is B, your phase shift is H, and your vertical shift is K. So you should be able to identify each of those. And that we're going to use that to actually do a couple problems here. Let's start with this first question. I want to state the amplitude, the period, the phase shift, and the vertical shift for y equals 2/3 or sine of 2/3 theta minus pi plus 4. Then we want to graph the function. So we're going to start here, and I'm going to say the amplitude is going to be 2/3. Try that again. I looked at that wrong. The amplitude is going to be 3. The period is where we're going to use our 2/3. So the period, remember, is we take 2 pi divided by b, so 2 pi divided by 2/3. Well, that would be the 2's reduce out, and you get 3 pi. Our phase shift is going to be pi. We're going to go pi to the right. And our vertical shift, we're going to be up 4. So instead of going from 0 to 2 pi, we're going to go from 0 to 3 pi. That did not turn out very vertical there. I was trying to make my axis, okay? However, we're going to have a phase shift of pi to the right. So I think I'm going to start my graph over here at pi. And then I want to go to 4 pi. Now, normally, I'd be starting at 0, but I have a vertical shift. Oh, I didn't write that down, did I? So my vertical shift is 4. So I'm going to go up 4 here, and I think I'm going to lightly draw on a line. So here's my midline. So for sine, I'm going to start at 0. Now normally I would go up 1, but this time I'm going to go up 3. So 4 plus 3. So I'm going to go up to 7 here. So my maximum is going to be at 7. I'm going to end up back here at 0. So if I can draw this out like so. Now, that's just a sketch. It's not perfect. If you want to get a more accurate, I would make a table. And here's what I think I would do in my table. I'm going to have my theta in one column, but then to make life easier, in my second column, I'm going to put my quadrant angles. And in my second quadrant, I'm going to put 2/3 of pi, or theta minus pi. That's where we're going to put our quadrant angles. So 0, pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. And then I'll take the sine of that, then I'll take 3 times the sine of that and subtract 4. Or add 4, I'm sorry. That will give me the accurate values. And for example, to find theta, since I'm going to do 2/3 of theta, I'm going to work backwards. So theta, if my angle is 0, I add pi. Then I'll multiply that by 3 pi over 2. So that's what I would graph. So I'd graph 3 pi over 2, and then 3 times the sine of 2/3 theta minus pi plus 4, and fill that in, and that should give me my graph.